And what are you cooking right now? And what is the theme tonight? It's a mochi, right?
Yes, I'm steaming mochi. Maybe we can go into our recipes now, and so that people can see what we're making. Okay.
Okay.
So today I'm making what we call Muah Chee in Singapore. So it is a local street food and also comfort food. You get that in in hawker centers. You get that it's a very simple food, but I love it a lot because it can be eaten anytime. I guess that's the reason. But also, if you alter the ingredients slightly, they can be very healthy. And so it's also very easy to make. And I want people to, make this at home. So I can make this while talking to you and not moving around. It's as easy as that. So it is basically just glutinous rice flour, 100 grams of glutinous rice flour and 120 mils of water mixed together and steam it for 15 minutes. That's it. But of course, it looks like this inside
very sticky.
It's very sticky. So I use a silicone, like a silicone tin or baking ware. And yet it doesn't come off just like that. It requires a little bit of skill to take that out. But as you can see, it's very clean. It's very easy to make. And for those of you who don't have a weighing scale at home, it's very simple. It's just one cup of glutinous rice flour to half a cup of water. And
that's very simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. And then what you want to do is to blend whatever, whether it's a crushed peanuts or black sesame seeds, like the one that I have today. So what I've done is I rinsed it and then I put it on a pan. But now I am going to blend that inside this is a spice blender. And I cannot live without a spice blender. I don't believe in buying the thing already in powder form.
I know. The same with me. I just grained, crushed, just grained, just crushed. It's nice, aroma, taste, and yeah.
So you want to see the whole thing. It's the same theory as fishing. You want to see the tail and the head of the fish before you know if it's good, right? So here I like to take a look at it and grind it myself. So I use a small spice blender like this. Good. Sorry. So the other thing I would like people to know the difference is what is the difference between white sesame seed and black sesame seed, right? So it's actually the same thing. It is black because it still has the it's not dehulled yet, so it still has this casing on the outside, and therefore it's black. But after you polished it, it turns white. When you do the polishing, what happens is that you lose a lot of the nutrition in that. So if you look at the calcium content of sesame seed, it is very high, and then white sesame seeds is lower. But they are both good.
Next time you buy sesame seed, it's better to buy a black one.
Yeah, it's better to buy the black one, but not every dish you can use black sesame seed. But in this particular dish, it's very delicious. So if you don't mind, this thing is a little bit noisy. So we're just gonna give it a few blitz, and then we're gonna put some brown sugar before I'm gonna show you how you're gonna chop your muah chee up. Okay? It's a bit noisy. So it's done. You don't even have to make it so fine. Yeah.
How's the smell? Smells must be very good.
Yes, the smell is very good. Okay. What's for everybody here is that after you have made this into powder and you make mochi with it, don't throw the leftover away, because that powder plus some olive oil and vinegar is a black sesame salad dressing. So
that's good.
For another mochi, because unlikely you're gonna repeat that, right? So instead of wasting, you will use this leftover powder that you have coated the mochi with and just simply add a bit of olive oil and vinegar, and that actually becomes your black sesame dressing. You don't have to buy it from a bottle. So I take a brush and then I'm just going to clean it up. And with this, because it's a sweet dessert, but I don't like so much sugar, so I'm just going to add just a tiny spoonful. So 4 tablespoons of and this is just 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Okay, so I'm just going to empty it here and just give it a nice chop and just mix it all up together before spooning or trying to scrape out the mochi from the tin, because what you want to do essentially is not make it stick everywhere and it becomes difficult to handle, right? So you want to make sure that the base of the working surface is covered with this black sesame seed powder. What do you call this in Japanese? This black sesame seed thing?
Kurogoma.
Yes.
Black sesame in Japanese. Very simple.
Yeah.
Just straightforward.
Very straightforward, right? Okay, so this is the mochi. This is how it looks like. You know, you can't, doesn't come out here. So this is a bit of sesame oil. Traditionally, you use a shallot oil, but I'm too lazy to fry shallot oil. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of, sesame oil. And I'm going to use a spatula to just, spread it over the surface before going into the sides and trying to remove it. Because then what happened is that it doesn't stick back into the sides of the container. And when I first made this, trust me, it was very messy. Like hands were all sticky and utensils were all sticky. And after you make it like a couple of times, you become queen of mochi, So I'm just going, I cannot honor the camera here, but I would love to honor the camera. But yes, so just plop it in to the sesame seed powder.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. And it's so easy to make, And I'm just going to put this aside for now. And you use 2 of this. You can just use the pair of scissors and tweezers, and tongs, sorry. But it gets so messy. So I have figured out that if I use this and I cut it and I turn it, I get clean utensils and I get to eat all of the mochi, not on my hands, but on my plate. So I'm going to show you what it is, how it looks like later on. But Ribeka, I know you have prepared something for us as well. Maybe you can show us what you have prepared.
Okay, because the theme tonight is mochi, I want to introduce what is mochi. What is the mochi in Japan? We have 2 different way of mochi. One is sweetened mochi that we eat as a desserts, like what you're cooking right now, and one is unsweetened mochi, just steamed gluten rice, and we eat it as it's just we eat in like a New Year's Day, or we eat with like a salted dish. And I'm cooking Zoni. Do you know what is Zoni?
No, show it to us.
Okay, that is Zoni is a soup containing rice cakes and some vegetables, right? And with like a popular during the New Year's time. We eat in the first day or second day of the New Year. Yeah, and the ingredients of Zoni is very, Zoni is vary from the regions to regions. Depending on where you are living, it's all different. Especially even like Osaka, Kyoto are different too. So very specified in very different countries, very locations. And I'm cooking very clear soup mochi. And this is mochi I'm going to use today. This is a squared mochi.
Mm?
It comes pack. Yeah, you can buy in a supermarket. And most of the mochi is squared mochi or rounded mochi. The west side of Japan, we usually use rounded mochi, and east side of Japan, they use our squared mochi.
Are you talking about shape, or is it like, does it taste any different?
No, it's the same taste, and there are many stories why they use squared mochi and rounded mochi. In western side of Japan, we use rounded mochi, and it's kind of like a good luck, makes everything very circle and very yeah. And in western side, there were a lot of like a samurai in like many years ago, and samurai, they do like fighting against the other team. They cut with the sword. Yeah, they cut. So squared mochi is basically cutted mochi. So this is good luck for samurai to use the cutted mochi.
So basically the bigger block, and then they cut it into like square.
Yeah.
Good for samurais, good for us, right?
Yeah. And today I'm going to make very standard Zoni soup mochi dish, and I use dashi based on the kombu, seaweed, and bonito, dried bonito, and I use the squared mochi and carrots and daikon. Yeah, and I cut the carrot like this in a flower shape. See, this is a shape of the plum flower, and I cut. Maybe you can see this. I have done this. I cut very, very, very small pieces, and maybe it's difficult to see, but you can hand make this shape.
So you're using like a paring knife to cut the sides of it.
Yeah, and it becomes like this. It's a beautiful shape of carrot. And I made the same one with the daikon, the Japanese radish, and I put in a dashi soup and I cook for a little while. Okay. Yeah, my soup mochi is very simple. While I'm cooking this, I want to show you all different type of mochi. Maybe cannot really see myself. Can you see me?
No, I cannot see you. You're out of screen.
No good.
But
I cannot really see myself. It's out of like just wait a moment. Somebody is calling me.
Okay.
誰？行きます。The other restaurant's owner, the bar's owner, told me that a friend of mine is in that bar, so I have to visit the place later on.
Wow.
Okay. Well, yeah, I cannot see myself. What's wrong with this?
Try logging out and back in again. Oh, you're ready to join. Give me a minute. Let me find you. I see you now.
Okay.
Nah, you're back.
Okay. I'll show you different types of mochi. Okay, this is all sweetened mochi, and this is called dango. Dango is like you eat at the like a flower watching the cherry blossom watching. We usually eat this kind of like mochi, and this is raised with the soy sauce and the seaweed. So this is not sweet, but we eat it with all those sweets dango as well. And this one is a green one. It's a kusa mochi. Kusa means a grass. So we put edible grass called yomogi in the mochi, and inside this mochi has a red bean paste.
This is
And
the
this
one
is
in Nara, isn't it? Where
yeah.
the guy that is crazy with pounding and having the hand in the it's so scary to
I
watch.
think we have this in Nala. And this one is ohagi. And this one is not very smooth mochi. It's like a half rice is existed. It's not so like mashed. It's a half rice
Mm,
and half, and it's coated with the soybean powder. And
mm-hmm,
this one is coated with the red bean paste.
mm.
Okay, this is a warabi mochi. It's not from rice gluten. This is from different type of gluten, and we usually eat at the summertime. So we all have very different type of mochi desserts in Japan. So if next time you come to Japan, you have to try all those mochis desserts.
I love it.
Yes.
There's a lot of carbohydrates, but I like eating
Yeah.
carbs, and there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
carbs.
Yeah. If we talk about mochi, it's all about carbohydrate.
And
Okay.
recently, I have worked with a rice brand, and they have a special technique of milling rice, which basically
Uh-huh.
removes the outer layer to make it taste like white rice, but it still has all the nutrition in there because the germ is still intact. So, what I want to say is that
Oh,
if consumers are looking for more healthy products, it will make food producers, manufacturers become more innovative to serve our health better too. So never stop at just saying it's okay. Always ask for something better, especially when it comes to your health. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I
So
understand
your
that.
it takes a long time to boil.
No, it's done. I'm going to serve it in a special bowl. Just wait a minute. So yours are ready now?
Yes, I picked this dish is to show people even if you have no time, no cooking skills. You don't need much equipment. You don't even have to walk. I've just spent this whole time sitting down, and I made mochi. And traditionally, this mochi, I know it's cannot really be seen. This before it flies to the ground, it is a made in the southern part of China, and of course, the
Oh,
Chinese brought it into Singapore, and we eat that as a very popular and casual snack, which
okay. Looks nice. I really want to try it. I want to eat.
I know. Show me what you
Okay.
made.
Okay, this is the soup that I made, and especially Zoni soup mochi is served in this lacquer, tableware. You
Okay.
know lacquer? Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
this is made from wooden. This is a wooden like a plate. I mean bowl, but you like coat it with the the how do I say sap, collected from the laka tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very Japanese traditional, art, you know, uh, dish, and this is called laka bowl, and we serve this in a laka bowl. And in the soup, it's very difficult for you to see, but it's like
Really
this.
good. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, and inside we have mochi, of course, and some of the carrot. And daikon is shaped in plum flower, and this is a veggie, and we tied the veggie because tying up is a very good luck in Japan, and which means one and a one are getting along together. That means so we tie up the vegetable like this. Yes. So
So you
this is
try
a
it.
zoni I made right now. Yes.
Nice. And apart from is it miso based?
No, this is a clear soup.
Okay.
Yes. In most some of the places in Japan, like in Osaka, Kyoto, we use the white miso paste,
Hmm.
and in Nagoya, near Nagoya, Aichi Prefecture, they use a red bean paste, fermented bean paste, and in Tottori, or they eat in a sweet red bean. So all different locations have all different type of zoni they eat in the New Year time. So it's very interesting to know what each location eat, what kind of zoni is a very interesting things to find out. Yes,
Nice.
that's
Itadakimasu.
all. Itadakimasu.
Are we gonna eat our own food? Yes, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
yum yum. I
Hmm.
haven't been eating mochi since the last New Year's Day, but I only eat mochi in the New Year's Day.
I love to eat glutinous rice. Recently, there's more glutinous rice dumpling in Singapore. It's one of the things that you have to try when you come to Singapore. We call it
Mm-hmm.
bacang, and bacang is like you take this leaf, a bamboo leaf, and then you fold it into a cone. You fill it with
Ah,
rice, and then more
mm,
things, more things, more things, and then you wrap it together, and it looks like a little pyramid, right? I
mm.
have not mastered that skill. You know, my mother was really good at it, and I tried it. It's just not in my DNA. I can't. I don't know how to make it, but I order them, and lately we've been eating a little bit of that, and unfortunately, there are more healthy versions these days. So instead of 100% glutinous rice, you can mix it with 5 different kinds of grains to make it
Oh,
have higher nutritional content. Mm.
wow. I want to have that in Japan.
In Japan, let me think if there's anything similar.
I don't think so. It's all like a gluten, rice gluten.
Yeah, I don't think there is something similar in Japan. So this you have to, and there's a really nice history or story as to why we eat it during this time, but we're not going there. But I do think it is a fun food item to eat once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about glutinous rice, I want people to know that we often think that glutinous rice is difficult to digest, and they often say, "Oh, elderly people shouldn't eat glutinous rice." But in actual,
Yeah.
its its rate of digestion is faster than rice. It has a very high
Ooh.
GI. Yes, so you eat and then it immediately goes into your bloodstream, and it increases the sugar content in your blood, and
Mm-hmm.
what happens is that the body would produce insulin to try to bring this sugar levels down as fast as it could. But during this nosedive of sugar levels, you start to feel very sleepy. So some people say, what is it that
Oh.
after eating bacang or glutinous rice, you feel so comfortable, you just want to go to sleep? It is because it's a very
Mm.
digestible kind of carbohydrate.
I didn't know that. Uh-huh. Okay, I eat more mochi.
Yeah, no, it's a comfort food, It's very comforting, right? And since you are at a bar, what are you drinking tonight?
I haven't been drinking at all yet.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
would like to thank you for coming, onto 5+5, and it's a new show, and you're my first guest. I prepared something. I prepared something for you.
Mhm.
Uh, just don't be surprised what you're going to see.
Mhm.
Okay. Give me a minute. I am going to show you
What
something.
you prepared? I'm getting really, nervous.
I'm very sure you didn't know that this existed. Okay. So this is a photo of
God.
me and Rebecca in
Maybe it's better. Not
Korea.
back in our student time.
It's coming. It's coming. Okay. I had to, take out photos. Okay. And
Oh,
I'm
wow. I will just take a photo of this.
not sure if you remember this.
Wow, that is the time you came to Osaka and we visited Tenjin Festival. So that is one of the three biggest festival in Osaka. And you are wearing my yukata. That is a Japanese traditional kimono.
Fit in, and it was beautiful. I mean, people who have not been to this festival or been to Osaka, go and visit. And everyone is wearing traditional yukata and eating street food, and everyone looks so pretty and cute. Like, it's amazing. Okay, so you remember this photo, right?
Of course, and we haven't changed at all.
Good nutrition. Okay. And I want to show you this other photo. I don't know whether you remember.
Yeah, that is one. I was broadcasting a show in Osaka City. Wow,
Yes.
that is like a don't know, 17 years ago.
It's very long time ago. So, okay, maybe people who don't know, what happened was I was shopping around in Osaka.
Yeah.
And then I was just shopping. And Rebecca told me she was gone to work. And so I was just, we'll meet after your work.
Mhm.
Then I walked past this glass window and I turned around and I looked in there. It is what we call an open radio station, right?
Yeah. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So then I saw her and I said, I know somebody. I know this girl. And she was the radio DJ at that time and behind that glass. So we were like,
Wow, I didn't know. I was just like totally forgetting that you have taken this photo. Oh my god!
I put it in a very old photo album of we took a long time to find.
Oh my god! Thank you so much for sharing these memorable photos. That's so memorable. Wow! I don't have that photo. You have to send it to me.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please.
And I heard just now you mentioned that your neighbor has invited you next door.
Yeah, because, people I know, he is visiting the other bar, and he is looking for me actually. So I have to, just pop in and say hello. Maybe just have one glass of wine or something, and then go home because it's over midnight.
But I have also prepared a glass for myself.
Let's
what is a night food show without having a small drink?
What should I have? I have because I have so many different type of sake in this fridge.
Don't make me jealous.
This is sake from Hiroshima Prefecture, and this is so nice to have in the summer. It's very sharp and very fresh, and it's good to have it with a very cold. So I'll just have this with you. Just wait a sec.
Yeah, and then we can talk everyone good night, right?
Yes.
So I have nothing to say about this bottle because I just ordered it on the online supermarket.
Oh,
so
is it sake?
for this show? So it's nothing special. I don't know. I just ordered online. They say it's 100%.
Oh, Yamada Nishiki. Yes, this Yamada Nishiki is the most popular rice to make a Japanese sake. And it must be from Hyogo and Hyogo Prefecture, I think.
I have no idea.
I think so. Yamada Nishiki is well known in Hyogo Prefecture, where the Kobe is.
Okay, yes. So I just ordered out of convenience, and because I have you here, and I would like to, have a small toast with you before
What
we
a
say
coincidence! I'm having the sake as well. Kanpai!
goodbye.
Hi, that's nice.
It's not bad for supermarket stuff.
Singapore supermarket is like I think they have a quite good quality to, food and things from overseas. I think. That was nice to toast with you.
Nice to toast with you too. And today the two recipes that we made will be made available to everybody. So Rebecca sends over the. This is eaten during New Year, right? I just need to confirm.
Yes.
So this can be eaten anytime. So I will give you the recipes for my mochi, and then maybe you can share your mochi recipe with us. But I also have a small giveaway for people who follow Food Tales as well as watch today's show. Is these mittens that I have from.
Nice.
It's really good quality. It's by Dietrich, and what I like about them is that they're like a full sleeve, so you don't burn your hand here or burn your hand.
That's all protected.
Yeah, so it's good for like barbecue, and I would like to send it out to some of our friends and family that is watching this show at the moment, and hopefully when the lockdown is over, I can fly over and visit you.
Yes, looking forward to. And yes, I would love to visit you to the Singapore. Hopefully, maybe the end of the year or maybe the beginning of next year. I hope.
Yeah. Cheers and good night.
Good night. Thank you for inviting me. That was such fun.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.